My role is a clinical document management specialist, which is kind of a misnomer because I don't just work with clinical documents. I essentially act as a documentation specialist and liaison between the lab teams and QA and clients and make sure that all of our documentation is up to quality standards and fully encompasses all of our procedures accurately. I also do a lot of templating to try to make our processes for documentation more efficient. So depending on what our scheduling looks like, what needs to go out, what needs to go into qualification, what clinical studies are going to the lab at a given time, I'll be working with the lab teams that are in charge of those studies to develop documentation like analytical plans, qualification plans, writing reports. Sometimes I'll do statistical analysis or technical review of statistical analysis. I'm going to be showing you GraphPad Prism, which is a statistical analysis program. It can also be used to visualize data. And what makes this really awesome is that it takes all of the actual calculation parts out of your stats. You still need someone who has the expertise to assign the correct tests for your data set, but it makes it very, very easy to just say, I need this data to be analyzed using X analysis type. Set your parameters, set your restrictions, and it'll spit out the important information about your data set. It also makes it really easy to visualize data while you're doing that. Sponsors do ask for certain types of assays, like we do a considerable number of IC50 assays now, and those are best analyzed in Prism compared to other software sets. It can also be used for comparison of data sets. So if you try to analyze certain tests in Excel, first of all, there are a lot of things that involve rank. So you have to rank your data in order, and that'll base your results will be based on the rank of that data. Whereas if you're doing this in Prism, it'll do this automatically. You don't have to do the extra calculations. You don't have to worry about moving your data around and creating transcription errors, because that's a really huge problem. You never want to manipulate the data more than you have to get your answers, because anytime you're manipulating the data, that can lead to an introduction of some sort of error. So that minimizes errors because you're doing less hand manipulation of the data and also getting the correct calculations without doing that.